Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to talk a little bit about captioning and keywording today. As an LME photographer, I'm kind of used to their system. So if it's different for whatever stock library you're contributing to, I understand that. And if people want to comment on this for what they're funding with their particular agencies, please do so. But I was looking at images on LME actually over the weekend, this past weekend, and just noticing a few things. One is captions. I don't see people captioning the way they should be. And I'll give you for instance, there was a photo of a church here in Chicago, and the caption was, "A beautiful church in Chicago." No question, it's a beautiful church. But that doesn't tell a buyer anything, unless a buyer is looking for a generic church. I think there may have been in the keywords the actual name of the church, but to me it's very important that you caption with what it is, specifically what is in that photo. So, for instance, not a beautiful church in Chicago. How about Our Lady of Lourdes Catholic Church, Ravenswood neighborhood, Chicago, Illinois? That tells the buyer exactly what they want to know, what that is. So even if they're just searching on Chicago church and they see that image and they like that, they're going to need that information as far as what church it is. So I think that's really important. Keywording and tags. On LME, you can put in up to 50 tags. And the word tag is a better use because now a tag can be multiple words. So you can put City of Chicago in as a tag rather than just City Chicago. Of those 50, you can designate 10 as super tags. And super tags are supposed to be the most important ones. So if you are searching on Chicago and you mark that as a super tag and somebody else doesn't, it's supposed to bump whatever the super tag image is up. So I don't feel that you need to use all 50. The super tags should be the most important ones. You can even throw a few conceptual ones into the super tags. So if it's something illustrating, power, you can put in powerful or power as a super tag. But really racking your brain to come up with 50 keywords in an image that may only have really 20 that work for it. And you don't want to, as I have mentioned before, you do not want to use keywords that are not relevant because that leads to false positives and that's going to hurt you in the search rankings. So be aware of that. There are two tags that I have come across, and they're actually the same. They're just 1- and 2-word versions of the same tag. And that is copy space. Copy space, and I mentioned this back in my video about maximizing stock photo license fees. Copy space is just area in an image where if it's being used commercially and in an ad, there's room somewhere for copy. So I brought up the image that I had just sold that had a fairly high fee, surmising that it was commercial. Here's that image. It's just a glacier in Glacier Bay National Park, but you notice there is a lot of room for ad copy in that image. So when you're photographing stuff, you certainly need to be aware and maybe leave room for copy. But I noticed that some people are using copy space as a tag, and I thought, well, it never occurred to me to do that. So I thought, wow, is this a thing? So I did a web search. Turns out there's actually an article, at least one, that says, oh yeah, you should do this. If you have copy space in your image, you should absolutely have that as a tag. But then I went back to LME and I did a search on copy space, both versions, 11 million hits. And I also looked at if those tags actually are being used, because as an LME contributor, when you go into your account, you have what's called LME Measures, which will tell you all the tags that have been used, that your images have been hits with, and whether they've been just looked at, or somebody's actually clicked on them to enlarge them, zoom them, and take a close look. It'll tell you that. But it'll also tell you that for every LME search is in LME Measures. So what did I do? I typed copy space, both versions of that tag, into LME Measures. Over the past month, nobody used it. Over the past year, 5 for each one, 5 or 6. Were any sales generated? No. So using that keyword is a complete waste of time. Now, I understand that some photographers may be using that keyword in their personal image databases, so that maybe they have things organized that way. I don't. I can look at an image and tell if it has copy space. I don't need to search for that. I've never had to. And don't know why I would. So yeah, if that keyword is on your image because you use it and you upload it, okay, fine. I mean, it's probably not going to hurt you, but it's taking up space and it doesn't do anything. Might as well just delete it. That's my point of view. Anyway, hopefully this was informative to you. If you have any comments or questions, pop them down below. If, as I said, it was informative and helpful, pop the like button. And if you have subscribed, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's a big help. I'm Todd Banner, and I will see you next time.